All right, folks. Sorry, the internet might have been working well for you, and so I'm going to post this video to help you make progress on your 6-edit grid. I'm not sure if you can hear the music right now, but this is Prince right here, a photo taken by a photographer named Platon. We're going to watch a video about him next week, but here's a picture of Prince. Big part of my wife's life in the 80s. He's a major superstar. Here we go. We're going to sort of cartoonify this thing a little bit, okay? So first step is to, first I want to cut out the background right here, this white background, all right? I'm going to try to use a selection tool first. I'm going to try the object selection, quick selection, okay? And I have the brush rather big, like at 50. By the way, you can use the bracket key. That's above the return. There's like a the right bracket and the left bracket. They look kind of like parentheses, but a little more angular. All right, I'm gonna make it about that size, and let's see if I can select him automatically. Now, if I Command or Control plus and zoom in, I can see where the selection is. It looks like it's right on the edge, and just a couple areas I might want to fix. Okay, and so let me zoom in a little more. Yeah, and then I hold down the space bar, and I can move the picture down. And I want to fix this here, and so I want to make when the brush is a little smaller, go bracket down. Okay, or I can just go here and change it too. Of course, I'm trying to show you keystrokes. The bracket. It's further down and push it out a little bit. There we go. Okay, holding down the space bar, can move it around. This hair is going to be a little tricky, but the fact that it's a white background made it a lot easier to grab the edges. And see them, and it's a little dotted line going around the edge. Perfect. Some parts of this hard to tell if it's a line or not. Okay. And now the line goes around him. You see here. And what I want to do is actually select the whole white background, right? So I select him first. I'm going to zoom back out, Command minus or Control minus. And then go to Select the top menu, Inverse. Right? And now I'm going to hit Delete. All right, now I got the checkerboard, which indicates it's transparent. Right? So I basically just have the picture of Prince and nothing behind it. Now, the next thing we can do, let me pause the music for a moment, guys. Next thing I'm going to do is put a color layer behind him. So I'm going to click this here, this little folded piece of paper, new layer. And in that, I'm going to fill it. Okay, and actually, I want to change the color first. So click on the color here, and I want to do some sort of neutral color. I'm going to try this one. Is one I did before. So notice here the slider, you can move it up and down to a basic color, certain hue it's called, right? And then this, moving that around, get like the more intense orangey color, more super light to gray, right? And I'm going to go for somewhat of a skin tony color, but kind of dull. Okay, right there. And hit OK. And now it's going to choose foreground color. Fill with foreground color means this color here. And if I chose background, it would choose the white right there. Okay. Now I'm going to hit OK. All right, and now it's filled it around Prince. And it's only done it in the area because I forgot to turn off the selection. So it's filling it in the selection that I did, so I missed the hair. So now I'm going to go back a step. I'm going to deselect and then fill. So it fills the whole layer, not just the area around Prince. And go. And now I got a fully filled layer right there. If I just take that and move it behind him, there we go. That's a little better, right? A little cleaner at the edges. Just the hair is a little off, but that's okay. All right. So now we got a tan background and a picture of Prince. The next thing I want to do is play with the threshold. Actually, I'm going to do one other thing first. Let's do that. Let's make this interesting. Okay, on this picture of Prince, I want to apply a filter. So I'm going to go up to the filter bar at the top and go to Filter Gallery. Okay, and the first thing it goes to is whatever I might have played with last, glowing edges. And it's basically creating a photo filter over the picture. I'm going to do something a little more subtle than that and do paint daubs. All right, and make a little smaller. You can see in the photo, he's kind of softening up. It looks a little more painted. If we zoom in a whole bunch, can't do it right there. I have to do it afterwards. But I'm going to do a slight paint daub and hit OK. And then go to Adjustment Layer, Threshold. Okay, and then find a sort of black and white combination that I like. And if I want to retain the background layer, I want this adjustment, this threshold, to be only on the background, on Prince. I should rename this Prince and name this background. Okay. So if I only want this to apply to Prince and not the background, remember the clipping mask. There we go. Got that. Okay. So if I want to adjust the threshold, now I can make it more intense or less, more black, more white. I could be like fill in the blanks with color. We can do that in a minute. So this is one way to get a sort of black and white, like a truly black and white sort of template to paint on. Okay. Now, the fun part, we've set up the background, the photo, and we've turned it black-white, true black-white. Now I'm going to put a layer above this. Okay. And on this layer, I'm going to paint. And I want to choose, this brush right here. Okay, paintbrush. This is the brush tool. Okay, and I'm going to go down to my color palette here and choose another color. Since it's purple rain, I'm going to go with some kind of purple. All right, and I can move this around to refine my choice. All right, I want to make it kind of light right there. Okay, and now zoom in real close, a little closer, and now that I'm on the layer and I got a brush and I got a color, let's see if I choose the right color. Oh, I didn't get the color. What happened was I didn't hit OK. I hit the X, right? I don't know why I do that sometimes. Okay, so now I got purple down here, and I can now paint inside here. All right. Now there's probably ways to automatically fill shapes, but because our shapes are not super defined, and we're trying to get practice with certain tools like the brush, this will give us practice like controlling the brush. All right. So I could paint certain areas. I'm going to paint his jacket. And if it's a little bit out of the lines and a little bit messy, it could end up looking like a style. Okay, we're just playing with tools. Don't worry about the precision too much yet. You guys see where this is going. If I want to make the brush bigger, remember the bracket tools? Kind of like parentheses. If I want to change the shape of the brush or anything else, I can go here to the top, make it a harder brush or softer brush or different shapes Not a whole lot of choices. Let me see if I get more. And I don't get any more there. I could try this one, right? And where's my mouse? This is a really small brush. I'm going to make it a bit bigger. And kind of filling in there, kind of an airbrushy type of approach. All right, so there's that. I pull back. I can do a blend mode, or I can change opacity on that paint, make it a little more transparent, more intense. All right, I can blend it with what's behind, multiplying. And you see not much is happening with that. And I could try, yeah, I'm just going to leave it normal for now, okay? But just less opaque. Right? And then continue with choosing colors, the brush and paint on your portrait in the white areas or wherever you want, okay?